So I used a save editor to add Monaco to my party at the beginning of the game, and after taking a jovial stroll through Lumiere, he came up against the first Landsphere. We shoot its weakness and we beat it down with base attack. It drops a Nevron foot and we gain our first skill. It's Lancelier Impale. It does ice damage, which happens to be the weakness of virtually everything in Spring Meadow. So we go into our fight against the first Courtier, we get lucky starting on Almighty, and we one-shot him. So 1/3 of all masks give us a move that one-shots basically anything here. We gain the skill Courtier Crash. For an expensive 8 AP, it hits all enemies for big damage on heavy mask. It also forms a nice dyad with Lancelier Impale. When using one on the mask that increases damage, it turns the wheel to the mask that increases the other, allowing us to alternate between the two. We pull up on the Mime, and for a moment I think I'm cooked, because I don't have a break skill. But I just don't know my Monaco that well. Courtier Crash is a break skill, so I use Lancelier Impale and base attack to fill his break meter, break him for big damage, and repeat to close out the match. We deal with the Valester ambush pretty quickly. They do not drop a foot for us. Now we go up against the Chromatic Lancelier. I get a lucky start on my mask. I'm hitting my counters. Everything's going good. And then this happens. Oh yeah, he's toast. Oh, he's attacking again. What? That sucks. In retrospect, I'm ashamed, but I walked away from the challenge. Rather than repeating the fight until I can do it without getting hit, I let the reserve team clean up. At the abandoned camp, I put most of my points into agility, I set up my new Pictos, and I face our first Abyss. Abyss resists physical damage, but Monaco said, "Fuck your resistance, Courtier Crash." Abyss Win lets us turn the wheel by 2 and go again, and it's free to do so on Agile Mask. At this point, Agile Mask is for Lancelier Impale, but this skill can be very useful. Next up is Avik. I shoot his weakness while his shields are up. I have no idea if that's optimal, but Courtier Crash hits hard. It breaks Avik at about 2/3 of a break bar, and seems to do more than half its health. That was enough to make Avik skip summoning minions. Avik becomes enraged and puts up shields. I used Abyss Wind for the AP advantage, and free aim to break through the shields as fast as possible. Once his shields were down, I used whatever attacks I could to get rid of his last health. A cutscene plays, in which Luna and Gustave steal Monaco's glory. On the continent, we test Avik's Spear. It's a heavy mask skill, so it's competing with Courtier Crash. It's slightly cheaper, slightly stronger, and it applies a debuff, but it can't break and it only hits a single target. It also turns the bestial wheel slightly more, which affects certain setups, like looping with Lancelier Impale.